What's up, everyone? My name is Max, and today we are going to be checking out Grimes's communication skills. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'm a communication skills coach, and what I do here is I look at all different types of people's conversations, presentations, and interviews, and I give you my thoughts. So this will be my first time checking out Grimes. I know a little bit about her. I know that she is a musician, and I know that she dated or was married to Elon Musk and has a child or multiple children with him. I know at least one child. I've received quite a few requests for her over the years. So yeah, let's check her out.
Chuck me a bag. Let me see what's special.
Can I get it back?
I'll give it back to you. Why do they leave so much air in the
I
bag?
know. I think it's like one of the big ethical quandaries of our culture.
Is that a Miss Vicky's chip? Guys, if you didn't know this about me, I'm a huge chip guy. Massive. I'm from Canada, as some of you know, and my favorite chip of all time is a Canadian chip, and I think that's what they're eating right now, Miss Vicky's. Insanely good. Highly recommend. Salt and vinegar is my favorite flavor. Can't go wrong with other ones, though. Okay.
Yeah, because it was like an engineering nightmare, and it's still kind of lo-fi. It's not even mastered because we couldn't even get a good master because it was such an engine. It's just like there's just a compressor on it. I actually think this album is extremely sick. This is probably my favorite album I've made, which is shocking because usually I'm like really hate my work like in the year after I finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she just seems like a complete open book. Very forthcoming, very like almost excited to share. You know, she seems like someone who's like really passionate about what she does. Like, I think maybe one of the most important things when it comes to public speaking is your energy and your excitement or your enthusiasm or your passion about a certain topic, right? People are drawn to that. We don't want to listen to people who don't seem excited about what they're talking about. So yeah, Grimes seems to really have that excitability component about her, and she seems to be open. She seems to be like happy and wanting to share, you know, the opposite of pulling teeth. You know what I mean?
I'm just like conceptually moved on. Like, you know, this album is from the perspective of like a demons kind of, you know, it's like goddess Miss Anthropocene is like the goddess of climate change or whatever. It's like a exercise in villainy or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, what would the goddess of climate change be like? Or what would the goddess of AI be? Like, you know, what are these like...
Yeah, she's got a lot of stuff firing in her brain, it feels like, and just very free-flowing in conversation. You know, wherever her kind of brain takes her, she seems to go on that thought, and she seems almost like just unrestricted. But she's very articulate nonetheless, and seems like an incredibly intelligent person. She comes across as someone who's knowledgeable and intelligent and well-spoken.
Destructive demons be like...
And
so
these issues were affecting you big time when you made it.
Yeah, I was just in I don't want to say cynical place, but I was just sort of like, "Ugh," and like now I'm just like, I disagree with that on sort of like a ethical level, but also, and I've been really going back and forth, like, as an artist, should you do like performance art like this? Because people have like...
Now she's talking about something completely different. So she's sort of like maneuvered the conversation in like 3 or 4 different ways within 10 seconds. Like, she's not a predictable person. Not that she does this intentionally, but I think she does a good job of humanizing herself, because it doesn't seem like she's restricted at all.
I think Post Malone is actually underrated despite his extreme popularity.
He is underrated
Like, as an
despite his
artist,
popularity.
I think he's actually like made some of my favorite music of the decade.
I agree. The way Lewis Bell records his vocals vocals sound
what is going
so
on?
good.
Lewis Bell, that's one of the few people I would like want to collaborate with.
Look how excited she gets when she's speaking about collaborating with this guy over here. Like, again, she's got this infectious personality. Like, she's curious. She seems like this type of person who just sort of has like an insatiable curiosity. And I really like how she gave Post Malone a shout out there. And
I think Post Malone is actually underrated despite his extreme popularity.
it's always cool for us to hear that, right? I find a lot of people who we find charming or likable, they're quick and they're okay with speaking highly about other people. Right? Because it kind of shows that, hey, I'm good with myself. I'm totally okay making it about other people. And it's also just nice to hear successful people put other people up on a pedestal and compliment them and acknowledge them. There's definitely like a humility aspect to it. There's a likability aspect to it.
Most of the music I'm still making is still like super bummer. I just need to, I think I just need to like make a film or something.
Have you written a script or ever dabbled in that? Have you got anything lined up?
Me and my brother have like 6 things probably that we're like working on.
That's cool.
Because we have like the same creative mind. So it's like, I know his ideas are good and he knows my ideas are good. It's actually, he's probably the only...
She's a different type of person, huh? I like how she just seems to want to live, you know what I mean? She also seems like she's willing to change her mind, which I think is cool too. Then she's touched on earlier in this interview. So she seems like okay with being able to call herself out, okay to being corrected, or she seems okay with just being kind of flexible in her thinking. I think there's a lot we can learn from people like that, and they're also just easier to have conversations with people like that who aren't so like married to their beliefs or their opinions.
And I'm like, no, it's like I think this might actually be like a genius level fucking music.
So this album, Misanthropocene, which is coming in mid-February, it was finally time to let it go. Was it happy or was it sad?
I mean, there was definitely just like, it's done. You're not allowed to work on it anymore. But I think it is actually done now that I've sat on it.
And she's just a cool person, you know? She just seems like a cool person. She feels like a person you can kind of talk to about anything. You know, she's happy to take the conversation anywhere. You know, there's nothing shy about her. Like, she's open to you. You can kind of just see everything on her. Like, she's not hiding anything. She's not hiding from you. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a mask with her. I think she's just a very transparent person in a lot of ways through what she says, but also in her body language. And again, I think that also leads to why I find her to be this sort of like engaging, magnetic person, because she's with you. She's like fully present, and she's gesturing, and she's looking at you, and she's expressive, and she's here. She wants to express, and she wants to live, and she wants to tell you what she thinks, and just an interesting person.
I feel like indie music is getting like eradicated.
Do you?
Yeah. It's very hard to survive as an independent artist and get things done. And it's very hard to fight people who have much bigger budgets. And I had a really, really brutal experience, and my career almost got completely derailed. I'm not allowed to talk about it legally, but
Yeah.
it was like...
She's open about sort of the difficult times she's had in her career, it sounds like, but she's also open about sort of like the negative feelings that she's had throughout her life too. Like, she's not afraid to voice that. Yeah, I just love the way she expresses herself. Like before, when she was like, I had a really, really tough experience. Like,
I had a really, really brutal experience, and my career almost got completely derailed. I'm not...
Like, very kind of genuine the way she's expressing herself. Like, she's not afraid to tell you that I had a shitty experience. There's a confidence in that. I know those negative feelings, and I know those positive feelings. I'm going to communicate them authentically and genuinely because I know myself, and I know how I felt, and I trust myself, and I'm confident in that. She's very sort of like in touch with her experiences emotionally, so she's able to express those more confidently.
Yeah, probably, if it was like a free situation.
Let me ask you one more question. What are you doing for the holidays?
Nothing really. No, I like reject Christmas, kind of.
Oh, God.
I'm waging,
Let me find something
waging a
else.
war on Christmas. No, I'm not. I just had to say it.
She's got some polarizing ideas. She's got some polarizing opinions and ideas. You know, when you take a stance on something and you have an opinion on something, you know, it might push some people away, but at the same time, it's going to bring a lot of people closer in. I can see a lot of people kind of feeling connected to Grimes because she expresses herself honestly. And although she's sort of like got these interesting, outlandish ideas and opinions at times, I think that only helps humanize her and make people feel more connected to her.
Let me find something
waging
else.
a war on Christmas. No, I'm not. I just had to say it. I had to say it.
Someone else
Because
said
everyone's
to
like, who's waging the war on Christmas? It's me.
It's Grimes.
She's an interesting one. I'm going to have to check out some more with her. If there's any other interviews or videos you'd recommend, please do let me know. Definitely outspoken, likes to express herself, likes to share her ideas, likes to share her thoughts. I feel like she believes that what she has to say is interesting, which I think is cool. So there's a real confidence there. Yeah, just like a really fun, kind of creative, intelligent person to listen to. And if you want to watch my uncut reaction and analysis, all you need to do is go to my Patreon page. I've included the link in my description below. My name is Max. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.